York City, one of the most recognizable skylines in the world, a place that attracts people from all walks of life and welcomes all. As the city grows and evolves, much goes unnoticed. Throughout our time at the School of the New York Times, we dove into New York's unnoticed. We learned from the beginning that while writing is important, the basis of writing and journalism stems from the observations of the world around us.
On our first day of class, we met with Amy Herman, a woman who gave us a tour of the Metropolitan Museum, which was amazing. She taught us to look past the obvious details and look for the pertinent negative, the details that were missing that you wouldn't normally look for. She wrote a book called The Art of Perception, which could possibly be turned into a TV show. She's an amazing woman, taught us so much about what to look for in our observational skills, which has helped us these past 2 weeks to hone in our journalism skills and write better and see less obvious details.
I thought one of the most interesting things that we did was go to Williamsburg. I didn't really understand why we were going at first, but after we had practiced our observation skills, we went to Williamsburg and we started in the Hasidic district and then we got into the Latino district. Then we met and talked to some tenant organizers, which was really cool. And we learned that homelessness is up 40% in New York because of gentrification. And then after that, we went and we looked at basically the gentrified Williamsburg, and it was crazy. There's a legitimate story there because there are so many people who are being displaced because they can't afford to live maybe where they grew up or where their ancestors lived. So that's why I think that it was really important that we went there.
So unlike everything else that we saw in New York, the criminal courts were a completely different story because they haven't changed in almost 50 years, as the journalist from Newsday, John Riley, showed us around. And so throughout the day we visited many court cases. We went from Miranda rights to domestic violence to drunk driving, and we really got to see the rapport between judges and lawyers and what goes on in the audience. And we also had a very interesting discussion about the racial background in all of these cases and how we noticed that most of the defendants were people of color while the lawyers and the judges were usually white.
So another unnoticed issue in the city is the lack of support for unions, for workers' unions that are very significant in the struggle to get support and help for working class people and low income people who are being affected by gentrification and by these court systems that we have previously talked about. At one of the unions we went to, that was DC 37, we met a man called Chris Policano. And he talked to us about the ways that unions really help to ensure people get their rights, and they're advocates for these people who are being run over by the system of gentrification. And it was very powerful to hear him speak this way and to hear the struggle that I hadn't paid any attention to before. And because of this, I'm more aware and can get more involved in the effort.
Another really beneficial thing that our class did is we went and we visited Ground Zero, which was just a really great experience to be able to read the names and see the place where the Twin Towers used to be and really just feel the true effects of the terrible thing that happened in this city. And we also knew that there was more loss than that could have been seen just at Ground Zero. So the next day we went and visited Little Pakistan and we met someone who works for COPO, which stands for the Council of People's Organization, and he works every day tirelessly to help the Muslim community that has been really deeply affected since 9/11 because of all the deportations of families due to the fear in this country. And in the last few months, the level of hate crimes has also seriously increased, and so he's just been working to help protect families and their community in New York City.
A brand new start of it.
New York is an ever-changing city, and after having the chance to explore the ins and outs of this amazing place over the past 2 weeks, we feel so lucky to have been able to better understand and appreciate the unrepresented aspects of the Big Apple.